What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another EpicTube HD stream. I'm Harley, and I run this channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Just to let you guys know, we are streaming both on YouTube and TikTok this evening, so you can join us on either of those platforms. What is up, Ben F Productions and Escaped Alien, and of course, the one and only Phantasma Official. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the early stream. Hope you're all doing really well. Pete Smitty, what's going on over on TikTok? Hope you guys are having a great Friday night once again. I decided to go streaming anyways. Now, tonight was supposed to be an episode of the TCG, or the Epic TCG show. However, we had to cancel the show. Guest had some issues that came up, and we had to kind of cut it out. So we'll try to get it rescheduled for another time. I have a lot of things going on right now, and I'm trying to make some decisions about the future of the show as well as this channel, just so I'll give you guys a heads up. Trying to make some decisions here pretty soon. But what I wanted to talk about tonight is the absolute hecticness, the craziness that is going on in the world of Pokemon. Now, we are coming upon the holidays, and a lot of things are going down. Now, we've had a lot of things dropping, such as prismatic evolutions. That's kind of blowing the whole Pokemon sphere up right now. Excuse me. We also have Terrestrial Festival, which is about to drop over in Japan here pretty soon. And a lot of people have been buying up boxes already. Metakai, Rare Candy, a bunch of places they've been putting up the boxes for sale. $50 a box right now is around the rough price here in the United States. Now, those boxes will sell for $35 over in Japan, but you know, after shipping costs and everything gets put over here, they get a little higher. But if you got a chance to get your hands on some Terrestrial Festival, highly recommend doing so. Now, we've got another set that's coming. It's already been out, and it's kind of revived once again. That's 151. If you haven't seen, 151 is got a new product coming out, and I'm gonna drop some info on this that I got today around that box. It is being produced by the same company that produced the Sea and Sky boxes for Crown Zenith, and as well as another big box that just came out at Walmart a couple months ago. These boxes are coming out from a distribution company that has a contract with GameStop, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, all those places. So these are not a reprint. So understand that. These are not reprinted packs. And I don't know how many times I have to say this, but apparently it's still, I guess to some people it doesn't make a difference, and to some it does make a difference. But I've been on this horse for a while now, guys. What is up, Mickey D? Welcome. I've been on this horse for a while that Pokemon does not reprint, and there's been no evidence that it does. Zero evidence that Pokemon reprints its product. Now, I've spoken to some people in the business, in the hobby, on the higher end, and from my understanding, to do a reprint, it's extremely timely and costly. The printers that are owned by Pokemon Company, they are very scheduled out. More than one TCG prints there. It's not just Pokemon. They're printing other TCGs, and we know officially now that the brand new, the return of MetaZoo Games is also going to be printing at these facilities. So it's Millennium Print Group, or that was the former name. I think it's still the current name of the printing company that prints the Pokemon cards in the United States, but it is owned by the Pokemon Company. And so, from my understanding, there is no reprinting that has happened in the English sets. Now, in Japan, it's different. Japan is different. I don't know what goes on over there. I know they've used the verbiage reprint. The actual Pokemon Company has used that verbiage. Rule breaker, what's up? But in the United States, we have no data whatsoever, no evidence, no anything. Non-log file, what's going on? Chat line, okay. I'm trying to read two different chats here, guys. I'm trying to read two different chats. What's up, Phantasma? We're back, man. We're back. Escaped Alien, how we doing, man? We're doing good so far. We're doing good. But yeah, that's where we're at with cards in this hobby. Now, what's the difference between a reprint and a restock? They're kind of one and the same to most people, right? It's new inventory being put out there to the public. However, the difference is the Pokemon Company prints based off old models of past sales. That's why we see this up and down in the printing. You know, there's like these short print runs and then high print runs, and that's why we see an up and down. The beginning of Scarlet and Violet has not had the best sales data for a while now, and because of that, that tells Pokemon Company how to print their future sets. Now, granted, what's up, Nick S? Granted, they kind of probably have an idea that some sets are going to do really well, but they're still going by their sales data. That's what companies do. Companies usually don't take a gamble and roll the dice and say, let's print quadruple what our normal print numbers have been, even though King James, what's going on? Even though the data of our sales does not support it. They're going to print still by specific numbers, and that's why I think we're seeing a short print. Now, I said Surging Sparks was probably going to be short printed. Now, another key element in this is distribution, people, the companies that do distribution. Now, there's a handful of distribution companies in the United States. There's a few that are very big, and then there's some smaller ones. Now, there is the fact that we do know distribution companies have held back product. We know that. We know that from people who've worked in the facilities, and they have leaked the information out that there's pallets sitting in a warehouse, but yet there claims to be no product available. Now, I've checked with my guy, Mavs Collectibles. He's had distribution now for, I believe, 4 years. He has it with 3 or 4 of the major distribution companies in the United States. He's in good standing, and he has been for a long time. And now he officially has a brick and mortar store. His elevation is now rising with these distribution companies. And the last word he has had regarding Surging Spark was they're sold out. There was no Surging Sparks. Now, that may have changed it's been about 4 or 5 days since we last spoke to him. Alex, what's going on, man? Now, we haven't had any new information since then. Now, that's possible distribution may have said, yes, we've got a new stock in, or they're releasing their stock. I don't know. We don't have official information on that. But I'm telling you guys, it's the difference with the restock and a reprint. It's the number of cards that will eventually be out into the public. And, you know, how big of an impact does that really make on us? Honestly, it doesn't make that much of an impact, probably, because here's the fact. A lot of the big whales in the hobby that are private or public, let's just use the most well-known whale in the hobby, and that is Rudy from Alpha Investments. This man keeps a giant warehouse, pallets full of product that he doesn't touch. I know you got to be a Patreon of his. I don't know where else he sells. I don't know. You know, I know I've heard him talk about eBay and things like that. I don't know if he really drips anything out or not. But I know for a fact there are several whales out there that get these giant pallets, and they really don't do a whole ton of sales. They kind of hang on to this stuff. I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know if they drip it out over time. I don't really... I don't know where they're really selling a lot of it at, but I think they're holding it. Now, what good does it do to hold it? I'm not too sure. Mr. Wardley, what's going on? Cisco Castillo, what's going on, my friend? Mainly just Patreon. Yeah, I figured that's all it really was. I figured it was just mainly Patreon he sells. But he doesn't even have that many. What's up, Mickey D? Doesn't really have that many Patreons if you really think about it. I mean, he's got a nice amount. but for the amount he orders. Now, this is my issue in the hobby right now. Someone like Rudy, right? I've heard all the stories from friends who've tried to get distributions. A lot of them have failed to get distribution, and there's very few that have gotten it. And at the end of the day, to get distribution, you're supposed to meet a bunch of these factors, okay? Number one used to be a brick and mortar. They have allowed brick and mortars now to, or they've allowed non-brick and mortar people now, online sales, to start getting distribution. Now, it's been tough. They've cracked down on it. A lot of people have gone out of business. But here's the thing, right? With Mr. Shiny Garantino, what is going on? Pokey Couple Raid. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'm Harley, EpicTube HD. If you guys have never seen me before, hope you guys are doing great. So what we're doing tonight is something I don't typically do on this channel. That's talking the market, the hobby, my viewpoint, and a lot of my experience and stuff from it. Yo, Retro Pokey Gamer, what is going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Been a minute, my friend. Welcome, Steve, welcome. We are streaming over on YouTube and as well as TikTok, everybody, just so you guys know. But as I'm getting back into it, we are talking the hobby tonight. The state of Pokemon as we near the end of 2024. So it's really an interesting thing because you have these big whales like Rudy, and they really have a lot of product in hand, and there's a lot more than Rudy out there. So again, what really differentiates between a restock and a reprint? And again, it really just comes down to this, right? Reprinting, it's adding more inventory, more cards into the public, which, you know, can have an effect on a person's investments in the hobby. And it kind of comes down to that. So Astro Edits, welcome to Pokey Couple, guys. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much, guys. Again, I don't normally talk this stuff in the hobby. I'm doing it tonight because it's supposed to be my show. Omega Comics, welcome. I'm usually have my show tonight, everybody, my Epic TCG show. It was canceled because our guest had to cancel, so I'm just winging it tonight. I'm winging it. I do have a bunch of stuff up that I'm going to show here in a minute, but I'm just kind of going over a little bit of information about reprinting, which has been really pushed a lot lately, versus restocking. And my sources have told me that really reprinting does not happen in the United States. It's restocking. Now, the new 151 box. Let's go ahead and go over here and take a look at that. The new 151 box. Oh, that's right. I'm going to have to re-bring up all my windows now. You guys are catching me. I had to close the stream down, unfortunately, and I had to do a new restream to make up for the issues I was having during my stream here. Excuse me. We want to bring up, let's see, X. We want X. There we go. Just give a little drink here. Jean-Paul, what is going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Does Pokemon TCG Pocket play any role into this market? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Jean-Paul. It does. Judy Napier, what's going on? Welcome on TikTok. All right, so we're over on X right now. And I'm here because I want you guys to see this new box that's coming out, right? If I can find it. Now, that is the Sea and Sky box that they made from Crown and Zenith, right? They dropped this box over at Costco. This box was $40 US. They've also dropped another similar box at Walmart a month ago. And now we're getting a new box that's just like this, but it's the Blooming Waters Premium Collection box. Now, here's the thing. Is this box a Pokemon product, or is it a secondary market product? Now, here's where I'm going to drop the news on you guys. This is a secondary product. This box is being dropped by a company called, was it Legion? I believe it's Legion. Not Legion. I might have it wrong. I can't remember because I'm trying to read the chat. Pokemon Raid, who is hosting? Astro edit. So my name is Harley. Here, let me do this real quick since we got a raid, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not used to getting raids. It's been a minute. Black Reaper Gaming, welcome. So my name is Harley. I run this channel here at EpicTube HD. I am an official Pokemon content creator. I was invited to Pokemon Worlds this past August as a content creator out there. It was pretty fun and exciting. Yes, they do look at small channels. So if you're a small channel out there, don't fret. Pokemon does see you guys. Believe me, I was completely caught by surprise when I got the invitation. Other than that, basically what I do is I host a TCG show. We talk to fellow creators, content creators, influencers, and people in the hobby here. I just recently started it up. I do collaborations. You know, we open up product, you know, showcase it every once in a while. And every once in a blue moon, I'll kind of attack this subject, the hobby. I'm not that real big on it. I have nothing against investments. It's just usually not my kind of thing to do. But once in a blue moon, I will attack it. And that's what we're kind of doing tonight. But that's it in a nutshell. I don't know. I'll throw one other little thing out there. Everyone seems to enjoy it. I'm an actor. I've been in some pretty big TV shows. It's been a little slow lately. But not that it matters in the hobby world about that. But people tend to, when they find out that I do that, they tend to like that aspect of it. But that's who I am, guys. Welcome to the channel. And like most of us out there, or some of us out there, I started this channel with my kids who are no longer here. They've left me to fend for myself. And that's where we're pretty much at right now. But again, we'll get back into the nitty gritty of here, what we're talking about. So once again, this box, it's actually a secondary market box that's been redone from a company that has a contract with GameStop and GameStop, Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, Target, and they're putting these boxes together. But that's where we basically get this from. So for those of you that are getting ready to grab this box, it's gonna be it's a pretty epic box. It is gonna be $10. Actually, it's almost $20 more. 60 US dollars. Yeah, 60 US dollars, releasing February 7th is when they're going to have this. So I need to know what Walking Dead episode you were in, says Phantasma. You've asked me this before. You know, I'll tell you another funny thing. I was watching TV yesterday, and one of the shows that I was on, it was actually on last night. It caught me by surprise. I was like, whoa, I know that show. Hey, the Master Blaze, bro. When you say no longer here, it makes me think something more grim than flew the coop. See, wait, what? What? Where you say no longer here, but it makes me think something more grim than flew the coop. Oh, sorry. I asked him to send me a clip of his Walking Dead cameo. Oh, I didn't send that to you. I'll have to get that to you, my friend. It's pretty easy. It's season 4, episode 2. I think it's like 20 minutes into the thing, 14 to 20 minutes. But yeah, guys. But getting back to it, the nitty gritty here, the Blooming Waters, right? It is going to be, I'm pretty positive it's a secondary market item that is just a repackaged packs, from the distribution company. But again, the Sea and Sky box was definitely one of the best episodes. You said, wait, oh, you said your kids were no longer, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. I got what you're saying, the Master Blaze. Okay. My kids are here. What I meant was they're no longer here on the channel. No. My kids are here. My kids are here. My bad. I meant, I wouldn't say that smiling. I meant my kids have left me to my own device here on this channel. I didn't start this channel on my own. I started the channel with the kids, and they've said, we no longer want to do YouTube with you, Dad. We want to do our own thing now. So they're off doing their own stuff. That's what I meant, everybody. My bad. Totally went over my head. I didn't get it. Now I got it. Sorry about that. So back to it, guys. Good catch though. I'm terrible sorry about that, Master Blaze. Terribly sorry about that. Where do the oversized cards come from if they're third party? No, the oversized cards I believe are Pokemon. But the company, I contacted the company myself. I actually found okay, let me tell you the whole story real quick. So I called up Costco as a media person. I asked them where are they getting their stock from? Where do they get these boxes from? They sent me to another department that willingly gave me that information. I then contacted the company, which is a distribution company, and they had told me exactly the whole breakdown. So that's how come I got this information 100% from Costco and from the distribution company. That's why I can say this confidently where I got it from. I have I even recorded the phone call. I think I put it in a video like a month ago or 2 months ago. I put it in a video. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Definitely a slip of the tongue on that. Definitely slip of the tongue. What's up, MDivers over on the TikToks? But yeah, now you guys make me feel bad, man. I didn't think about it like that. Because I definitely wouldn't phrase it that way, but I can understand what you're saying, where you're coming from. All right. So, again, talking about the market, now we have the new, the drop of Terrestrial Festival came out, and it is really blowing the market up. We definitely going to have Evolving Skies 2.0, hands down. I mean, look at the beauty of this card. I mean, I was not a huge fan of the Terras. I think on some Pokemon, the Terra looks good on it. I did not like the Terras on the Charizard. I did not think it looked good at all. But with this new set coming out with the evolutionary line, I think it looks so much better. What's up, Kevhead? Welcome. TikTok guys. I think it looks way better now. And look at the Vaporeon. That thing is gorgeous looking. And this is a higher res detail of the card. And again, it's going to be coming out here any minute in Japan. So it'll be out very soon. But that is such a gorgeous looking card. But the big one is definitely going to be, let's see, let's go back to my notifications. It's going to be that Umbreon. It is definitely going to be the next big hitter for sure. Not a fan of the Terras, but wow, this set is looking good. I mean, this Umbreon, I think could honestly blow away the Evolving Skies Umbreon, which honestly, the only reason that card is worth as much as it is because it's how difficult it is to pull. It's so difficult to pull that card. And I think if you guys don't know, if you're not aware, there was a confirmed theft at the Pokemon Company's print facility, Millennium Print Facility, where thousands of the alternate art cards were stolen. And I can tell you right now, I opened 3 cases of Evolving Skies when it first came out, and I couldn't pull any alternate arts. It was so difficult to get an alternate art out of 3 cases. And I think it just goes to show how difficult the Umbreon or the Moonbreon was to pull. That is why it's so valuable. But I personally like the other Moonbreon better. I like the Umbreon V better than the VMAX, in my personal opinion. Retro Poke Gamer looks very stained glassious. It is Retro. It absolutely is. It's got a stained glass look to it. And they kind of, it seems like they all kind of do to a degree, but the Umbreon is just absolutely amazing. Again, we can blow that up and look at it here. What a beautiful looking card. I think this will go down depending on how difficult the pull rate will be. That's what it all comes down to. It's the pull rate. Will the pull rate be difficult, or, will it be easy to come by? That's what's going to dictate the price of the card overall. You can see stained glass here on the The Glaceon here, you can see it. It's really tight, but you can see it. That is a beautiful card. They made Glaceon beautiful. The Vaporeon, of course. Of course, we've got the trainers. Even the Eevee looks really good, and it's got stained glass in the Eevee. So the Sylveon, again, stained glass on the Sylveon. Absolutely just amazing artwork done. And this is really, really going to catapult Pokemon into 2025. I love this. I mean, this is a gorgeous looking card. The artist, yes, I agree. The artless Keji on this one, absolutely beautiful. Very, I want to say Godzilla vibes to it. What's up, Keels? Welcome, TikTok, everybody. So many of my casual Pokemon friends from Pogo and Pocket want in on this evolution set. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful, gorgeous set for sure. Again, very difficult to get. The Terrestrial Festival, you can check Rare Candy, okay? Rare Candy, they've got boxes on sale right now. I believe it's $50, $55 a box, or Metakai has boxes on sale, and there's a host of other people out there that are going to have the Japanese boxes as well. I looked him up, and his other cards aren't as epic. This is his masterpiece. Yeah, Keji, this is definitely his masterpiece. Hands down, with like the Japanese sun in the background. It gives you that, love the vibes on that card. It's I can't wait to actually see it. And then the Dragapult, wow. The Dragapult looks so sick. Absolutely love that. Again, the stained glass art is really, really popping off for me. I'm kind of hyped for the Team Rocket set after this one. Yes, retro. We're going to be getting into that as well. I even like the Augerpon. I think this is a pretty good looking card as well. You know, again, it's a little difficult to tell, you know, with the art sometimes, but I think this one stands out a little bit more. I do like it. But as we leave to there, you know, let's take a look at some Surging Parks numbers right now, right? Metakai will have Japanese. Yes, he will, Phantasma. Metakai has Japanese. Right now, they're $52 a box. Now, Metakai ups his prices every time he sells out. He just sold out of the first wave, and he wanted $50 a box. Now he's at $52. Once that wave sells out, he's probably going to raise it again, and I don't know how much he'll raise it, but I know every single wave he has to continue to raise his prices. But let's go over here and take a look real quick at a set that we're currently dealing with, and that's Surging Sparks. Now, Surging Sparks is insane right now, and it's mainly because of the Pikachu card, okay? Now, when we go down here and let's find that Pikachu, it's insane right now. The Pikachu card is really, I mean, it is just crazy right now. So we're looking at what? There's 15 10s in the Pikachu already. 15 10s. Followed by 5. Oh, that's for the gold. Where's the... Here it is. The Pikachu illustration rare. 100. It's so far the Pikachu special illustration rare. So far, 205 have been graded. Now, this is just PSA. Don't forget, you've got Beckett. You got all those people, man. They're going for the black label, right? So you have Beckett. Then you have CGC. We got their numbers. And then you have the other grading companies that people are sending off to as well, which I can't imagine too many are probably going there right now. Maybe later on they will. But for now, here at PSA, we're looking at 205 special illustrations have been graded. I mean, that's a lot of cards already, right? 120 6 have garnered a 10, a PSA 10. 73 got a 9, 5 got an 8. Ooh. 1 got a 7. That sucks. What's up, your boy Jordan? Welcome. Again, everybody over on the TikTok, welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, that's pretty insane to think about, guys. 205 have been graded already, and it's only been out, what, a week officially? It's really been out a month. I mean, you know, sellers, you know, they've been opening this stuff up since they got their inventory. It's not like it hasn't, you know, hasn't been out. But if we come over here to TCG Player and we take a look, I've started from the highest to the lowest, and there's our boy. There is our Pikachu illustration rare, right? Currently, raw. Cole Rudis, what's going on? Raw card is around $500 mint. So raw 500, right? However, it's selling for way more than that as a graded card, and we're going to take a look at that as well in a second. But it's pretty interesting to see that the Pikachu special is at 500 raw. The Latias, this is the special illustration Latias one. This is sitting at around 230 to 250 right now. So not too bad. I kind of like the other Latias card, if I'm being honest, over this one. But this is the more valuable one because it's the special illustration one. And again, you continue to move down. You got the gold Pikachu card sitting at around $100 US. But this is why these Surging Spark boxes are so insane right now. What is that? Dalsava 91? Very difficult name to pronounce, but welcome, welcome. I would love to get my hands on the new Evolution set and the Team Rocket set. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to, Phantasma. But yeah, I've not had very good luck. My entire, where is it at? Surging Sparks. This is my entire Surging Sparks hit so far. So I got my ETB from the Pokemon Center, and I just got a few cards here. I haven't had too many crazy hits. I'd have to definitely say my best hit so far, Gravity Mountain Gold, but my favorite hit so far is the Latios. That is my favorite hit, the Latios so far. But yeah, Surging Sparks is an insane set that I can see the prices staying up for a while. What's up, Pokey Chains? Welcome. I really think overall, though, at the end of the day, the set will fall down. It will come down. That Pikachu, you got to remember, we're still in the very beginning stages of the set's release. People are still opening. I mean, I still have some boxes here to open. I didn't get any booster boxes. No booster boxes, unfortunately. But, yeah, it's still coming out. You got the Milotech in there at $88. The Hydrogen EX is at $75. Was that Lucia's Appraisals at $61. The Alolan Executor at $50. The Latios is at $40. You know, it's just one of those sets that's up there for now, but it will fall down a bit. It will fall down, but you know, coming over to eBay, if we look at eBay right now, we can pull it up, and Surging Sparks Pikachu SIR PSA 10. Let's just pull up a 10. Whoops. Sorry. There we go. It's still up there in price, but you know, a good friend of ours here on the channel, he's the one who pulled the first one that got to be graded a PSA 10, and it sold for, I think it was around $3,700, $3,600. My friend Jay, it was his card that everybody was talking about. What's up, Noah? And yeah, so it set the market, but you can see now the market has really come down because look, you can buy one now for $2,500 or best offer. So that is over $1,000, guys. Over $1,000 that this has fallen. It has come down in price. And yeah, it's pretty crazy to see that. $1,000 it's fallen. Again, 100 and something, what was it? 126 PSA 10s exist now. So still pretty pricey. Here's one going on a full bid right now for $1,500, right? Still pretty pricey overall. Let's see what last sales were though. Let's come over here to 130 point. And again, I know a lot of people, you know, I don't normally cover this type of content. I'm covering it tonight. I'm changing it up a little bit. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. But as we can see here, we had a sale today, November 22nd. PSA 10 sold for $2,000. That is a $1,600 drop from my guy Jay's sell. Okay? That is a $1,600 drop, everybody. $1,600. How insane is that? That is absolutely crazy. $1,600. Here's one that sold yesterday. Now, this is what makes you like think. Here's one that sold for $2,275 yesterday. A PSA 10 of the SIR. Makes you wonder why. I can tell you the difference. Because one was a best offer accepted and one was a bid. So this card had 30 bids. Okay, 30 bids. That's why it sold for $275 more, was because of that reason. And as we move down, you can see some raw copies have sold $600, $550, $700 earlier this month. But that's like, what, a week ago? Not even a week ago. Raw copy was sold. Some more here. That's Canadian, so that's definitely up there. It's around 600 sold, I believe. We had another one yesterday. Another one that had 20 bids on it. Sold for $2,100, essentially. On November 15th, we had one for 23. So you guys can see that. That's really what's fueling the market right now. What is really pushing the state of Pokemon is that you've got a card that really brought a lot of hype. It brought a lot of hype, and it is a difficult card to pull. Welcome, Michael Carr. Welcome. Again, everybody over on TikTok, welcome here to EpicTube HD, guys. We got a different bit of show going on tonight. This is, again, we're kind of just going over the state of Pokemon right now. Normally on this channel, just gonna give welcome to anybody joining the channel. Normally I'm doing, you know, maybe some openings. I do free giveaways. I don't typically announce my giveaways because I like for my subscriber base that follows me, you know, that's how you got to get into it. You got to be following me. I'm going to be having a Thanksgiving giveaway extravaganza coming up here this week, later this week. It's a game I play. We'll be doing that. Probably either going to be on probably Tuesday. There's a small possibility I could do it. Yeah.
Oh, you have the cup. I was looking for that cup.
Oh, yeah, I have I'm using the cup. It's my Harry Potter cup. But yeah, we'll be doing Phantasma. You know, I'm going to be doing the game. I'll be having the game, and I'll be doing a special Thanksgiving giveaway to say thank you to all of our subscribers on the channel. We'll be doing that. I can't figure out what day I'm going to do yet because we're trying to figure out our schedule as the kids are off school this week. So stay tuned for that. But that's pretty much what we're doing here. Again, tonight's a little bit different. We're getting back into it, though. Discussing the Pokemon hobby, the state of the hobby. Now, as we go down and we look at some of this stuff over here on, hey, this is a beautiful Snorlax card that the guy who made my personal Pokemon cards up made. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I want to grab it. Now, 151, everybody. 151. Now, why is everybody going insane over 151? That is the big thing. Retro Poker Gamer says, I still can't believe anything modern is going for so much. Yeah, it's you know, I can tell you what it is, gamer. It's pretty simple. The Pokemon hobby, the trading card hobby, it has basically been infiltrated by people who are looking to make investments with their money. The market was very fragile. Crypto had a very negative couple years here, and you basically had a lot of these people that saw what Gary Vaynerchuk was doing. You know, then you had the whole Logan Paul with the base set going on. You know, you just had a lot of attention brought to Pokemon and the card hobby itself, whether it be sports cards or trading cards, right? So you've got these people that really, really specialize in investing. And they have found that in the Pokemon world, in the trading card world, investments are better than people think they are. And that's what it is. Look at the channels today. Look at all the channels that are blowing up today. They're all investment channels, or people who talk about investment channels or talk about investing overall, right? That's where we're at. That's where we're at. If you can kind of, it's easy to follow, because for a minute there, oh, thank you. For a minute there, we were basically, look, I was brought cookies, everybody. I got cookies. So, and I said I was going on a diet today, by the way. One last time. So really what you have is all these people are buying up a lot of the stock, okay? They're buying a lot of the stock up. Hey, Joker's Favor, what's going on, my guy? One of my favorite people I've ever met in this hobby, and I'll say this to the end of time, guys. I love Joker's Favor. Still representing over here on the shelf, by the way, Joker Favor memorabilia. But the hobby has really been infiltrated with these people, and all of the channels now really dictate what's going on. And like I said, before it was people starting an LGS, they were starting a business up, and those channels were growing, right? Now you've got the investment channels that are just blowing everything out of the water because people want, they're eating up all this information. They're eating it up, man. And that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. So why 151 though? That is the question. Why 151? It's a pretty simple answer to this. It's called XY evolutions. So when we were, a lot of us that are in this chat right now, when we were in this hobby, XY evolutions, we all know, nobody gave a crap about XY evolutions for years. Years. You would go to the store and you would like just pray to find a product that did not have XY evolutions in it. I mean, honestly, tell me, anybody in here that's been collecting for years now, tell me I'm wrong. We used to dread it. Oh no, man, this box has XY evolutions in it. You were hoping for like a flash fire, or, you know, even maybe a black and white pack in there or something. And you were just like, XY evolutions. And then when the painting hit, 2020 hit, that's when you saw that influx of people come in. And instead of dropping $500 to $1,000 on a Pokemon base set booster pack, or a jungle or fossil or retro, you know, whatever the case is, right? Everyone said, oh, there's this evolution set. It's just like base. And that was the explosion. That is your answer. Why 151 is blowing up, everyone. That is the simple, simple answer. It's why everyone's getting on it. They're hoarding it. They're buying it. I just posted a photo on Instagram, and I consider my little tiny collection of it small because I have seen some people posting some of their 151 collections or investments. What's up, Wade Wilson? Winston. Actually, it's Wade Winston Wilson. Welcome, welcome. Insane. Insane. You're talking cases and cases of ETBs, cases of the Zapdos box, cases of the of whatever it is. What's up, Bill? Bill's in the house, guys. But that's really what it is. So I posted my little collection, and I didn't buy that all in one shot. I just bought that every now and then when I had money with me and I had the extra money, and I saw a product and I'd buy it, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video with this, and I just didn't have time. Now I've got this little tiny collection of 151, which is, you know, I'm pretty happy that I have that now. But 151, let's take a look at something here. Let's go back to TCG Player and let's take a look at TCG. I'd rather do it this guide. What cards in 151? Whoops. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Whenever I do the keyboard, man, I still can't fix it. The one time I fixed it, it shuts the whole Streamlabs down. So I just got to leave it. So anyways, here we are, 151, right? So we're at tcgplayer.com, which is it's considered the foremost website to use. Now, there's also another great website to use for pricing, but this is really the most common one to use. But again, let's take a look. What cards are in this set to justify such an insanity over this thing, right? What's up, Zach? Welcome over on TikTok, guys. Let's take a look, everyone. So, of course, the number one card, it is the Charizard EX. That is the number one card in 151. Look at this. Currently sitting at $224. Now, granted, this is raw, not graded, right? It is near mint or mint. So that is the reason right there. This card alone is fetching so much attention. But when you really scroll down and you look at the rest of these cards, the Blastoise sitting at around, I guess when you click on it, it actually gives you the more up-to-date price rather than that price that sits on the side. But $75, nothing too crazy there. The Venusaur sitting at around $75. The Charmander at around $45 to $50, followed by the Zapdos, the Squirtle, so on and so forth. So there's really, you know, I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. Those cards, when you really add up all the individual prices, that is, you know, pretty decent. The average raw card in this thing is between $40 to $20. So that's pretty good, right? It still doesn't really call for this set to be so sought after and the prices to be so insane. But let's go ahead and let's take a quick look at the Charizard EX. Let's look at what the last sale of this card was. Let's go back over. Let's go to 130 point, and let's put this into 130 point at the last sales. Let's see. I don't know if it'll find it this way. It's too exact. Okay, it did. Raw card sold for 142 today. That was today. Actually, that's light played. No, we don't want light played. So let's change this up. I don't like the way it did that. So let's go ahead and let's wipe this out. Let's see, with 130 point, you really got to be more. That is the other thing that it does when I use the keyboard. It'll automatically shut my, it'll mute me. Yeah, because I'm not muted on the mic. It'll automatically mute me when I do that. I'll figure it out one day, everybody. I'll figure it out. It's the keyboard. It's the keyboard. All right. So we have a PSA 10 of the Charizard for 151, sold for $530 after 20 bids. Thank you, Phantasma. I appreciate that, my friend. After the PSA bid, let me get rid of this over here. So that's for a PSA 10. And then you have to think about it. You got the Pikachu special illustration rare selling at that price raw. Here we have a PSA 10 Charizard selling for $530, which is pretty insane. But yeah, the prices really don't justify the overall price of 151, the hype of 151, right? Now, you can see right here, these are ETB prices we're looking at, but this is the normal Elite Trainer Box price we're looking at of $89, $90 basically, right? Let's look at the Pokemon Center prices. Automatically, we shoot up over $100, over 100 US dollars. That goes to show you the difference between, welcome, Zach. It's the difference between the Pokemon Center and the non-Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Now, I opened my Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes when I got them. What's up, Billy Bob? So, you know, I probably made a bad move in doing so, but at the end of the day, I was opening them for videos and for content, which I don't even know if I posted. If I remember right, those videos were on the corrupted 16 terabyte hard drive that I unfortunately lost. Guys, I lost 10 terabytes of videos. I lost 10 terabytes of videos. That's why I really slowed down pumping out videos for the summer. It was very frustrating. Yeah, it just very, very upsetting. But I had a lot of videos I unfortunately lost. 10 terabytes, not gigabytes, guys, terabytes of video that I could not retrieve it. It really sucked. But anyways, we look in here again, the Elite Pokemon Center Elite. That's not even a real box. Why is this blue? Did somebody get scammed? I think somebody got scammed. Yeah. What the heck is that? Who in the world? Iverson sauce. That is definitely not a legit box. Oh my gosh. 31 bids. Get your hands on the exclusive Pokemon Center Scarlet Violet Trainer box. The box contains everything that you need. That is not a legit box. I wonder, I'm going to take a look at the bids here. Oh, I got to log in. I'm not logging in. Oh, well. That is really interesting, though. Somebody got scammed out of some money. That is not a legit box. Wow, because it's a green color. It is not blue. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. Unless it's just the angle. Maybe it's the angle? Because even the up here it's a blue, but these have to be fake. Yeah, those are fakes. Those are not real. They came in a green color. I don't remember them being blue. Look, yeah, $74 one sold for. Definitely. So you got to be really careful, guys, when you're on eBay. You got to be super careful about what you're getting yourselves into. Be very, very careful. But yeah, that is what's really going on right now in the Pokemon hobby right now, everyone. Again, you're basically you're getting the pump right now of 151 once again with the secondary market box that's going to hit GameStop. You're getting hit with Terrestrial Festival. You're getting hit with that right now, that FOMO coming out of Japan. And welcome back, Cisco. Welcome back. You're getting hit with the FOMO from Japan on Terrestrial Festival. And then once again, you know, you're pretty much, we're going to get the, let's go over to Poke Guardian real quick. Let's take a look at some stuff here. So upcoming sets, right? No, we don't need that. Our upcoming sets, again, we know Terrestrial Festival drops December 6th. December 6th, everybody. Terrestrial Festival will drop December 6th. That is the Japanese set, right? Then we're going to get our set, which is the other one. Can't talk now. I just went up. Prismatic. Excuse my language. Prismatic Evolutions. That's dropping January 17th. So that'll be the English version. The English version. Now, I have put in some pre-orders. I've put in some pre-orders with the Pokemon Center. Hopefully, I'll have the money. Hopefully, I have the money. I probably put about $600 worth of pre-orders in. I'm guessing $600. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't hurt to pre-order it. You're not getting charged now for it. I wish they would charge me now. I'd rather do it when I had the money. And then, of course, the big one, the biggie, is going to be Team Rocket. This set, everybody, Retro Collections, welcome over on TikTok. This set is honestly probably going to propel Pokemon 2025 into a realm that we have not seen in decades. Honestly, I'm so worried what this set is going to do. I remember, listen, I was sitting in front of Ishihara, the Pokemon president, and everybody at Pokemon Worlds, and I was right there when they announced the Team Rocket. And the whole convention center, thousands of people, I don't know, maybe 10,000 people were in here for the closing ceremonies when they revealed it. And I was right in the very front row. And I felt the goosebumps from everybody screaming when this was announced. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps now. It was insane. My ears, I mean, it hurt my ears when everybody started screaming over this. It was pretty epic. One of my favorite moments ever in the hobby when they announced this. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Kev, the Pokeghost. Yo, I'm so excited for the Team Rocket set. I hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, Kev, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm super excited for it. I think this is really going to probably turn the hobby upside down more so than we know it as right now. I mean, like legitimately, it's going to do that. Hi, I'm new. How are you? Astro Edits, welcome, my friend. We're doing good. I don't normally talk investment stuff on the channel. It's a once in a blue moon thing, guys. Again, you're new, you're just joining here on the channel. Normally, I have my TCG show tonight, my Epic TCG show. We had to unfortunately cancel the show for tonight. Our guest had to cancel. This was something I kind of knew in advance. It was already happening. I think I announced it Wednesday that we had to cancel the show. But yeah, I figured I'd still go live and do something a little different from what I normally do. Join me later this upcoming week, though. We're going to have an epic Thanksgiving giveaway here. We'll be playing a game where we give away to our people here on the channel. So make sure you guys are stay tuned for that. But we'll be doing that. I'm probably thinking it'll be Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday is when we'll have the giveaway. But yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting, everyone. What's coming up in the next 6 months. It is going to be absolute insanity in this hobby. We're already seeing insanity, and it's only going to grow more and more. And the big question will be, will these sets, will they be short printed? Because once again, as I've stated before, Pokemon prints based on data from several years prior, and you know, with Scarlet and Violet has been a really, really rough expansion so far in terms of sales. It's had a real, I mean, you can go on right now, you can find cases of booster boxes for the first 4 or 5 sets for pretty decent prices. I just think that maybe Team Rocket could be a short print set. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. Against all, I hope not. Agreed. Rocket is going to reignite a lot of people interest, bringing back to the old school nostalgia sells. Absolutely. The nostalgia really does. And again, I think that really explains why 151 has seen so much insanity around it. It's so difficult to get 151. Whenever they post like the 6-pack booster box bundles, you literally have about 30 seconds and then they're sold out. Now, over on X, for those that may not know, over here on X, I follow a few accounts that kind of help with seeing when things drop. Pokemon Drops is one of the people I follow. There's a bunch of them out there, but I follow 2 in particular. And basically what they're doing is they're using bots. And these bots, they let them know when an item is listed and it's about to be released. This person who owns the bot or has access to the bot, I don't know what he does with it or how he gets it, but they relay it here over on X, and then you know, you can get your hands in, but it goes fast. And I will say this, as much as I love what Pokemon Drops does and some of the other people do, I definitely, I'm almost 100% positive they're dropping it into a private account or somewhere. Maybe there's a pay to play type of thing, because a lot of times when he drops it, we're all there and we go in and it says already sold out. But you will see people go, "Oh, I got it. And you're like, dude, we literally were just there when he dropped the news and we didn't get it. So I think he definitely drops into a pay to play side, but he doesn't really advertise it. So I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Kev the Pokeghost says yes. People who haven't collected in years were buying 151 up. It was nuts. Yeah, again, it's the evolutions, the XY evolutions effect all over again. You know, I tell this story once in a blue moon, but in 2020, I was already going super hardcore on XY evolutions. I had been going hardcore on XY evolutions for a few years, but I'd never really went hardcore on booster boxes. And I started like, you know what? I said the same thing. It's inexpensive, and I'll tell you how I actually started. Let me show you guys something. So, let's see here. I decided in 2018, it was 2018 or 2019, I went in and decided to pick myself up an original base set booster box. My plan was to get 2. Now, the guy that I bought them from worked for the Pokemon company. He was a very well-known person in the hobby by some of the bigger people. It's where a lot of people got their product from. So I was going to buy 2 from this person. But this person didn't tell me they were going to upcharge me on the second box. And I kind of got upset by it. And I really didn't have the money. I kind of had the money. I did have the money, I should say. But I was a little upset. So I didn't buy it. But the goal was to open a box on the channel and then keep one sealed. When that didn't happen, I was like, well, I guess I could, pick up some XY evolutions and I'll start opening up XY evolutions instead. And that's what I started doing. I ordered my first case from the Poke Couple, I think they were called. I think they're out of Vermont. I forgot their exact name now. They still actually run an LGS shop, an online one at least. But I started buying a lot of my stuff from them because I was getting it for like $85 a booster box. And I bought a case from them. And then a good friend of mine, Pokey Charles, Adam, I asked him if he could get me a case. This was in 2020. And I said, well, I'm going to hold this case. I'm going to get it. I've opened up so much. I mean, I've opened up like 1,000+ packs of XY evolutions at that point. Hey, what's up? Mike, Pokemart, TCG. What's up, Harley? And the EpicTube fan club. What's going on? I still think you should open it and see if there's G.I. Joe in it. Negative. We're not opening it. That's my kid's future. If it goes back up in price one day, hopefully. But yeah, so I started buying a lot, and I bought this case from Poke Charles. I wasn't gonna open it. And the bug got me. The opening bug got me, guys. I ripped it open. I said, all right. I'm just gonna open one booster box. Just one. And I was like, okay, did it. Oh, I want to open another one. And then next thing you know, it's August. This is in August of 2020. August of 2020. Keep that date in mind. Okay? I had one box left out of that case. I said, I'm keeping this for the sealed collection. I don't know what the heck I did, but I broke down and I opened that last box. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out and get another case. Guys, I bought that case for $500 from Poke Charles. I reached back out to him. I said, hey, can you give me another case? He said, yeah, but I think it's going to be like $550 this time. I said, that's fine. Literally, this was September. I can't remember what it was. It was September something. Suddenly, he wrote back to me and goes, listen, I don't know what's going on, but the distro like spiked the price of the case on me. I can't get that price anymore, and they're really expensive. And I said, what? That's when the XY evolution spike happened. September of 2020. I cannot believe I burned through all those booster boxes, opened all that up, and then like a month later, they were hitting $500 a booster box. And that is basically what happened. But that's why, XY Evolutions, but that's why 151 saw this new life, because it is the XY Evolutions factor that happened. You have this new group of investment people that have come into the hobby looking to make investments, and they're the ones that basically bought up all this stuff. Hey, what's going on? DB is in the house. What's up, DB? Been a good minute. Positive Pokemon players. Happy birthday, Playboy. Huh? Peak quarantine, baby. Yep, it was. It was the peak quarantine. Very sad, unfortunately. Distos be playing with us. Yeah. XY is the biggest silly funny in years. Yeah, definitely. I remember getting a few Evolution BBs from Hydro Pump just before the spike. Yeah. Yeah, when the Atoms were getting that stuff as well, it was pretty crazy, man, to watch XY spike, but that is why 151 is going through its phase right now. So it hasn't got it's not gotten up there to the XY Evolutions era money wise, but who knows, you know? And here's the thing. I believe to this day, I believe to this day, there is no set in Pokemon that has been printed like XY Evolutions. I really believe that. I don't think there's a set out there that can meet how much XY Evolutions was printed. So much was printed, so much. You have to remember they printed it in the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. They really believed they were going to see an enormous spike, a revival back into Pokemon with that 20th anniversary, and it just didn't happen. They actually saw the opposite. Pokemon crashed. Some of the worst years in Pokemon's history were 2017, 2018, and believe it or not, half of 2019. Yeah, it was terrible years for Pokemon. That's where the infamous, for those that follow or know about Alpha Investments and Rudy, the infamous Rudy closet happened because they just couldn't sell it. Oh, no chance. Not yet anyway. Pokemon cards tank every 6 to 8 years. Don't say that, PPP. Steam Siege pales in comparison to Evolutions. Well, Evolutions for me I thought was a really fun and great set. I think, yeah, I mean, Steam Siege is probably, in my personal opinion, Steam Siege goes down as being the worst set in Pokemon's history to ever be produced, hands down. Now, don't tell my son that. You know, he thinks that's one of the best sets ever. Luckily, he also still loves Breakpoint, though, which Breakpoint was a great set. Breakpoint was an absolute beautiful set. But yeah, he still thinks Steam Siege is up there with one of the best sets ever made. So, but you know, it's so funny how things go. The 20th anniversary just did not do well, and when you look at the 25th anniversary, which was the complete opposite, the 25th anniversary was an absolute banger. I mean, it was a winner hands down. And even then, when you think about it, I opened up so much 25th anniversary, right, celebrations, and you pulled, like, how many hops could you pull from that? How many flying Pikachus could you pull from that set? It was insane. I mean, I have a binder full of those cards because we pulled them so much. But it was fun to open nevertheless. 2016 Pokemon cards tanked. And 2018 they tanked again. And then the pandemic happened. Well, yeah, you know, I was fortunately, because of my kids, we got into Pokemon 2015. 2014, 2015 is when we got into Pokemon because of my kids. Well, I got back into Pokemon. So, you know, we were there for the beginning pretty much of the XY era and the end of the black and white era. And I was there when you could walk into Toys R Us or GameStops and you would just find so much Pokemon product just sitting there not selling. And I remember saying to my kids how expensive it was to buy the Pokemon products back then. It was just ridiculously expensive. for the character boxes. You know, Toys R Us would have so much of that stuff, and I just thought that was so expensive for a kid to have. It was just very crazy. But Kev the PokeGo says, I was able to go to Target in 2003 and buy $4 packs of all the ones they couldn't sell. It was different time indeed. As a creator, happy it's thriving though. Yeah, Kev, I mean, I remember I was living in New York City back then. And again, I started collecting Pokemon in 1999, and I was an adult. I was a 23-year-old adult when Pokemon came out in 99. But I was a sports card person. But I got into Pokemon because we had a young daughter at the time. And I'd take her to Toys R Us, and we'd buy a lot of Pokemon. I'd buy all the stuff. And yeah, it was Kmart. I'd go to Kmart all the time, and crazy, crazy, crazy. I was just comparing Steam Siege and Evolutions over printing. I don't know. Yeah, but you know, I don't know if Steam Siege was really overprinted. Not like Evolutions, but yeah, it was a lot printed for sure. Pokemart says, get ready to continue paying high out the gate. All Pokemon new releases will be expensive. People who got don't know in the game are gonna make big plays, and the little guys not gonna be able to buy it. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because here's the thing. And you know, Mike, the guys that are making the plays, the big names in the hobby, they have distributor access. They're buying from those people. They're getting direct from distributor. Direct. And then you have guys like yourself who have friends like myself who can get us the stuff from distribution, right? And then you have the rest of the people who basically are going to go to the Walmarts, the Targets, the GameStops, and whoever else sells product. Really great stream. Thanks, Positive. I appreciate it, my friend. Again, it was just to throw together something to do. But you still have enough big box stores out there that'll supply enough to people. It's only going to be very specific products. Look, I walked into Walmart and Target this week, and they have the Charizard EX box. Do I have one around here? What did I do with my EX box? For those that maybe for anyone that doesn't know, whoops, bringing the house now. I don't know, what did I do? Oh, it's up there. Side cam. That box right there. That one, the Charizard EX box. So that box, I walked into Walmart and Target, and they had a plethora of these. And it's the second time that I've seen that box. It's the second time I've seen that box in the stores. Now, let's go back to 2020, 2021. You know we would have never seen those. You know that just as well as I, that the people would have been in the store waiting for the guy to show up with the big white boxes from MJ Holding or the Excel guy from Target, waiting in the parking lot for them, and then rush in and grab all that stuff up. But right now we're still in a pretty okay time frame, but it's definitely going to change. Chase the restock guy. Exactly, DB. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. We used to see the guys in the parking lot when I was fighting for the product too, man. Score any of those $20 ETBs from Target. No, they have not had them at my Target yet. I have 2 Targets. I'm in the middle of 2 Targets, and neither one has had their display up yet. Or my Walmarts. No, my Walmarts haven't had it either. Whoa, that's a cool room, man. Oh, thanks, DB. Oh, you haven't seen my room in a while, have you? So, I'll show you real quick, DB. So, if I don't know if you knew, DB, but I got invited by Pokemon Company to be a content creator at Worlds this year, and I got to go. So I brought home Uh, that poster was given to me by Musada, the second in command of Pokemon. The bottom poster is from Furusawa, the artist Furusawa. He gave me that poster, and then I got it that signed as well. And then of course we got the regular Hawaii stuff, and then you really can't see it, but up top is that's the third poster, and then there's the World Skateboard, and that's London Skateboard. But yeah, that's my little shrine to from going there, from going. Um that's right, dude. The same. I like the Christmas vibes, Harley. I always decorate, guys. I always gotta decorate. Congrats, brother. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, like I was saying, Pokey Ghost, I'm not a big creator by any means. And I met a lot of people that were invited by the Pokemon Company. So it's pretty cool. The Pokemon Company does see us small channels. I know a lot of times it's a mental, it's mentally exhausting to try and grow our channels and grow our platforms and things like that, right? But I was completely blown away that they knew my channel and they liked my content and liked what I do and invited me to the Worlds. It was pretty crazy. Now, I wasn't a paid partner for Worlds. I was called a notable trainer. So we were invited, we had free access, we were taken care of, we were content creators for the Pokemon Company, but we did have to get ourselves out there. But a partner is different. A partner is the big dogs. So, which we all, we strive to be one day. The more content creators pump and hype up product, and the secondary market jacks up the price. Distro jacks up the price to LGS and the customer payout, the gate, and then Mr. P. Yeah, I mean, okay. So I'm like, I have a kind of an agree-disagree relationship with that. Yes, 100% creators who are getting the word out there, right? We're getting the word out. We're helping things blow up. That is very true. And, there's no denying that. That is very true. But on the other hand, does it really make that big of a difference to people? It was Gary Vaynerchuk. Who else could I name? Logan Paul, Gary, King Pokemon, the pawn shop guys. It was that whole realm of people that really let that investor side of the hobby, the ones that have come in over the past 3 years, 2-3 years, it really let them know more than anything. But yeah, again, it's a kind of a love-hate relationship there with that. Can't forget the Hidden Fates nostalgic hype train. Yeah, that was the big one. Hidden Fates is what really brought Pokemon back, from the grave. I mean, hands down. I was there for it. I remember it. I remember going to the GameStops and fighting with other people to get my hands on Hidden Fates. It was all about that. And Hidden Fates really is what brought, Pokemon back from the brink of despair. It really did. You could go into Target and Walmart and you would find, XY Fates Collide and Breakpoint and Breakthrough and, Steam Siege. That was about it. You wouldn't find too much, you wouldn't find like Furious Fist or any of those, the older XY sets, but you could find those ETBs for $30, like no tomorrow, while you were doing your Hidden Fates runs. And that's pretty much what we were doing. Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, Epic Mom knows. She remembers. But that really was the catalyst to bring back Pokemon from its death, honestly. These upcoming sets are going to be insane. Good luck to everyone out there. May your odds be in your favor. I know, right? I can tell you this. I have, even with my very close friends now owning shops and having the ability and having sponsors also there for me and to help with things, it's still going to be very difficult because it takes money at the end of the day. So money's tight right now. Money's super tight. When you have kids, when you have a family and responsibilities, and you don't have a job that makes you, allows you to have that kind of a lifestyle, all your money has to go to their lifestyle, which is what I'm at right now. Yeah, it makes it a little difficult. So that's why I think I've really geared my channel more towards just having fun anymore, guys. Again, I started the talk show up now, and talking to fellow creatives in the hobby, influencers, owners of businesses and things like that. And eventually I'm going to be starting to, I'm going to talk to every people like you that are in here right now. It's because it's a way to still bring an form of entertainment and excitement, and still be a part of the hobby without having to drop hundreds and thousands of dollars. So that's pretty much where we're at today, is having to reinvent ourselves as content creators. That's pretty much where we're at. Now, I said at the beginning of the stream that I may be making a change here to my channel overall, and it's just that it has something to do with something outside of the Pokemon world. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I didn't really want to say it now, but brought renewed meaning to shiny hunting. Made a lot of friends over that set. Definitely, PokeGo. Still love your stream. Yeah, I appreciate that, Retro. I do. I really do, my friend. But I am contemplating walking away from content creating, guys. It's something that has been on my mind for quite a while now, for quite a few months. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue it. There's other variables involved. I also want to get back into the acting world, like really hardcore again, like I was for many years. I've been kind of on the edge, and I haven't been able to. I thought I was at a point in my acting career that I could I didn't have to put as much work into it as I've seen fellow friends of mine do or have to do, and I thought I could get away with it, and it's actually kind of hurt me quite a bit. And it's something I had a talk with my agent with this past 2 weeks ago. So I got to figure things out, and I'm just not sure where I'm going to go with it. I just don't know if I can continue with the channel where I want it to be. Again, my whole idea was to really grow and make the channel big, and like most people, like everybody wants to do, right? It's just like sports, guys, just like athletics. 1% ever make it. Only 1% will ever make it. It's the same with anything in life where there's a lot of people. There's a lot of channels out there. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people doing it good, better. And there's always someone coming along that's going to do it even better than those people. And so just like anything, it's a very small amount of people that will actually ever make it to the point where they can make being a content creator their full-time job and support their family and things. So I've just got to decide right now, this is just a hobby for me right now that I enjoy doing. But again, I've always stated I want to grow bigger. And the thing is, do I have the time? And that's the big point right now, is do I have the time? My kids there's a lot going on with my kids right now. I mean, literally, you guys see my post. You guys see some of the things I take. I spend a lot of time on soccer fields. I have a son that's in elite level soccer where we're doing the college stuff. He's got a lot of people looking at him. I got another son that's really invested in doing things, and I have my daughter, which is up and coming. So it just takes a lot. So I'm contemplating where to go with the channel. I'm kind of hoping that the TCG show would fill the void and take a lot off me from doing other things, but I'm even finding that very difficult to do. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know yet. I'm still in a where are we at phase right now, if I'm really gonna follow through or not. So we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't mean yes, doesn't mean no, but it is something that's on the back burner right now. I know I've invested a lot into this channel, my more than just time. It's all these stuff you see in the background, and all the traveling I've been doing with Collecticon, the relationships I've made with people like Collecticon, you know, Rare Candy, and a bunch of others out there, the Pokemon Company. You know, there's a lot more to it than I sometimes even realize, and it's like, you know, got to figure it out. You just got to figure it out. And if that's where the path is headed to be, then I think that's great. You'll be amazing wherever you go. I appreciate that, Kev. We'll like I said, it's going into 2025. I'm gonna make more decisions on it. I also I content create for technically I content create for 2 other TCGs where I'm an actual content creator for them. Now, one of them I haven't been doing very much content at all for, and I feel terrible about it, which is Chronicles of Arcane. Those guys are from the MetaZoo world, and I love those guys. I've been asked by MetaZoo to make content, and again, the new MetaZoo company, and I make content for another one called the Nomnomverse, which had a small setback, but they're back on the right path to the right things. So there's again, it's a lot more than just saying I'm just gonna walk away and that's it. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, Mike says, or Retro says, I'm ready to support you, man. Whatever you do, just choose it. You'll stay in touch. Yeah, definitely, gamer. Definitely will, man. Mike says, scalpers have nothing to do with Pokemon and distro and LGS. That watch, that watch what stuff is selling for on eBay and take advantage of what the market is doing, but initial price never change. They raise the money. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, scalpers. So scalpers, I think, is far and few between now. I think I don't think the scalping market, I don't think there's that many there anymore. I think a lot of them left. If I'm being honest, I really think a lot of them have left. So I don't think we have to worry as much about the scalper market. I mean, now it's the investors, man. And the investors ain't leaving. They're not going. And I mean, they're not going anywhere. I mean, I'm an investor to a degree. You know that. You're an investor. I think a lot of us are investors to a degree. You know, we have our stashes, you know, on the side. So it's just what level of investors. And I think we have seen an influx of high level investors. Like I said, buying by the cases. You know, not like I would buy one case and be like, I'm like, yeah, I'm an investor. No, we're talking about people who are buying, you know, 4, 5, 6 cases at a time, buying lots of product. That's the kind of investors we have now in Pokemon, and they're the ones that have really grown the most, in my personal opinion. I think that's the ones. But you know, like I said, distros realized, you are right in this, distros realized that their power is more, it's greater than what it used to be. And so this is what gets me upset. Distribution is a contract with the Pokemon Company. The distribution companies do have an obligation contractually, and I know this for a fact, with the Pokemon Company to sell first wave product. I think they found a way to get around that contractual agreement, and that's how come they're able to resell their second wave, so-called second wave, at higher prices, which essentially hits all of the people, the LGSs and everybody else after that. That's kind of what I think happens, but it is what it is, man. I mean, you know, you got to think of it. If you price out the hobby, I've always said this, and I think you've heard this before. there's 3 phases to this hobby. There's the player base, which is the number one base. It's the number one. It's players, man. Number 2 are collectors, and number 3 are investors. Yes, there is a difference between collectors and investors. However, you can have collectors be investors, and investors can be collectors as well. But there's definitely a difference between a collector who collects a booster box or 2 for the sealed collection versus an investor who's, buying cases. So those are the 3 aspects to the hobby. If either of those people outprice the player base, then they're in big, big trouble. Big trouble. And Magic the Gathering is a great example of this. Great example. Okay, so there's going to be, it'll eventually work itself out, but if they ever outpace the player base, the hobby's in big trouble. It's in big trouble because the player base, again, the player base can be all 3 of those things too, but the player base really is what makes this thing go. If they're not playing anymore, if they're not buying cards, they're not buying the singles on TCG Player, they're not buying singles on eBay, if they're not looking for the decks they need, if they're not buying product to open, you're in big trouble there. And then that's followed by the collector base. Like me, I'm more of the collector than I am anything. I'm just a collector at the end of the day. I have a small collection that I invest in, but I'm not a true investor. But you start outpacing me and I can't keep up, I'm out. That's going to hurt the investor base because they can sit there all day long with their tons and tons of product. How much, can they sit on their capital? Are they able to do that? Are they willing to do that? Will they start short selling to get their money back and go somewhere else? So it's a living, all 3 of these have to live together. And so it's a symbiosis. One lives off the other, and if one tries to kill the other, you're going to eventually see trouble. And that's my personal opinion. Nice. MetaZoo reached out to you to make content. Will they send you product? I can only say that I can't say too much. I don't know. I probably won't get product. I don't think from what it sounds to me, they will not be sending product out. I don't know. And I don't know who else they've talked to. I know one person. I know one person, but I don't know who else outside of that they've talked to. And I'm not talking about Nick. I don't know what Nick talked to Charlie about. I couldn't tell you. Same. If you ever need anything, man, just reach out. I got you, man. Oh, I appreciate that, Kev. Appreciate that very much, man. Thank you. Collectors invest in themselves. Investors look to resell. Yep. Pokemon Company now setting up vending machines all over. Yeah, I know, man. Listen, my best friend, my childhood best friend, just texted me yesterday going, "What is this thing?" at his local Kroger. I was like, yeah, man, they're setting them up everywhere. They are also giving more products to Walmart and Target soon. There may not be too many LGSs around, only a few. Yeah, I mean, you had the largest ever growth of local game shops happening. Now, local game shops doesn't necessarily mean brick and mortar. It also means online. We had the largest growth ever in the trading card hobby, in the sports hobby, trading card hobby ever, okay? You've seen a lot go under because a lot of these online people thought they were going to be able to make it by going to the Walmarts and the Targets and scalping the product, turning around and thinking they were going to sell it on Whatnot and other places, and they completely have failed. Now you're going to see the next phase. Who truly has the capital to get through this next phase? Because that's what it's all about. It's all about the capital at the end of the day. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, I just really wanted to really delve into the state of the hobby, you know, as we end out 2024, going into the new year. I think it's a lot going on. Alpha Gaming, I didn't see you slip in here. What's up, man? Thank you for the hearts. Munch the Collector, what's up? TikTok, baby. I kind of forgot I had TikTok still going, guys. I have it right here, but I just wasn't really paying attention. My bad. I've seen kids clearing those out, $600 like nothing. Hey man, the kids have learned how to make money these days. It ain't like the old days, man. It ain't like the old days. We have a shop kind of where every weekend deals are all over. Yeah, you have to shop. Oh, you have to shop wherever you can. Yeah. I'm getting ready to make a huge play. I do not have to sell. I can hold on to products long term as I am debt free and don't have any credit cards. Just play with the cash. But this was the task we do. Yeah, that's the big one, man. That's the smart move, Mike. That is the very smart move. Is do you have the capital to withstand and hold out and hang on to? As long as you can do that and still live your life, you're gold. You're golden, as they say. Again, I have kids and I have to make moves based on my kids. And that's what, you know, I knew that coming in. You know, I don't have I don't have the income. I don't have the same income coming in anymore as I did leading into 2020. I have taken a 50% loss in income since 2020. Easily 50%. So I've had to really change how I attack things and how I look at things anymore. I've had to be a lot more cautious. I've had to, you know, I've had to sell things. It's just, you know, it's a different world for me until I get to where you're at. You got to remember, Mike, you and I aren't that far off in age, but my kid, I had kids at an older age, so I'm still dealing with kids. I still have a kid in elementary school. So I have a long way to go, Mike. I have a long way to go. Long way to go. The hustle of life is all over the map. People are doing all they can to invest. I do hope Mav the Collector, Pokey Charles, and Hydro Pump continue to thrive. Yeah. You know, I wish the best for Mav. Mav just started his shop up officially 1 week ago. Officially, Mav's shop in Houston, Texas is up and running. His actual brick and mortar. I couldn't be happy for him. I'm going to be flying out to Houston here pretty soon. I'm going to be there for the party. And I'm super excited. I'm really hoping that he can survive and do well with his shop and make a lot of the stuff up. I just recently heard about the hydro pump. I had no idea that the hydro pump is no longer together, and I was kind of surprised by that. I had no clue that the atoms have separated. Now, I spoke to them. I spoke to one of them, and from my understanding, there was nothing wrong. There was no, they didn't have a fallout or anything like that. They just decided to split. You know, of course, they don't live in the same state. They live far apart from each other. And I think that kind of, you know, the Adam from Ohio, I think it just kind of, you know, after a while, I think he really wanted to be closer to a shop. So, but they're no longer together. So the hydro pump is now just Adam, the other Adam now from Carolina. Interesting. My wife is not working, and it is because of the changes I made. She does not have to rush back to work. That's great, Mike. That's freaking fabulous, man. That's fabulous. Yeah, I wish we were in that same scenario, you know. Very different for us. Like I said, 50% pay loss. Definitely hurt. Does not feel good. And Pokey Charles moved out of the mall recently. Yes, Adam. I just recently spoke to Adam. He's in a new place now, and that's good for him because I was there. I went to his shop in Florida, and yeah, it was crazy having that shop in the mall. The thing was, the mall, it was dead. That was the big issue, and they kind of put restrictions on them. But the mall was really cheap. I mean, it was super. He had a steal. I mean, it really helped him a lot, and it was good for him. What, the hydro pump talk? No. The hydro pump is still, it's still a shop. It's still going and still everything, but the owners split up. The owners split. So there was the Golden War Turtle. His name is Adam, and then there's NC Packbuster. His name is Adam. They came together to form the hydro pump, but recently they decided to split ways. So now NC Packbuster, Adam, controls and owns the hydro pump shop on his own now. And the Golden War Turtle is doing his own thing now. That's what that meant. Listen, guys, it is 12:30 here on the East Coast. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It is Friday. We got a long week ahead. But again, I wanted to stream. I hadn't streamed a little bit in a minute, and I'm just tired. And again, I wanted to do something. I just wanted to come on and do something. So I appreciate you guys showing up tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I will go live again next week. It's going to be our Thanksgiving giveaway stream. We're going to have a little fun with some giveaways here in the stream. Again, I play a game, and we'll probably have 2 to 3 rounds of the game, but it should be fun. And I'll set that up over the weekend, and I'll let you guys know exactly when. Probably going to be on Tuesday. So expect Tuesday. If it's not Tuesday, it'll be on Friday. So it's going to either be Tuesday or Friday. But yeah, I'll be one of them. Yeah, thanks, bro. Definitely. Peace, love, Pokemon, y'all. Definitely. Yo, Kev, I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub, by the way. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, definitely, Mike. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you, have a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. Otherwise, have a great one, everyone. Have more epic adventures with us here at EpicTube HD, guys. Peace out. See you guys.